What is up there, everybody? Citrus Aviation here with yet another video. And today, we're going to be doing a video that I've been working on for quite a while. And it is, what retailers do I recommend you to check out? And we're going to be joined by a couple of special guests here. And joining us for most of the video is going to be the brothers from Aviation 24. I want to welcome them to the show now.
What is up, guys? How's it going? How you
What's
doing
up, guys?
on this lovely day here with Citrus Aviation?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, where I am, it's actually partly cloudy. We're actually here in the 40s, which is amazing weather for this part of the country. It's amazing, and I'm glad to have them here. And we're going to talk about the best retailers to buy from. We have 8 retailers we recommend, 3 retailers we recommend to avoid, and we'll get to those at the end of the video. But with that being said, our first retailer is going to be the Aircraft Model Store. And to cover the Aircraft Model Store, I would like to welcome Aviation 18 onto the show.
So I order with AMS, also known as the Aircraft Model Store, because over the years I've been kind of like collecting. I've been going from store to try and find the best one for my area. I came across the Aircraft Model Store in I think around 2015, and I've been using them ever since. They're very reliable, they're also friendly. There's been so many times where I've had, a model come broken or something like that, and they've been very, very happy to take it back and then send me a new fixed one. And generally their attitude towards their customers is very, very positive. I've been to other stores where it's not like that at all. There are some stores that don't accept returns and things like that, even if the model is broken. And so AMS is just really, really good in that regard. Also, they've just got amazing stock as well. I often just go on their website to just scroll through the pages and pages of different models they have, not just Gemini Jets and NG models, but Phoenix, Herper, Aviation 400. I could honestly go on and on. Not just the diecast models as well. They sell Airfix, Revel, all of that kind of stuff as well. I really can't think of any kind of aviation model kind of brand or type that they don't really sell. Of course, they don't have all models ever. I don't think anybody does. But even looking towards kind of like the rarer end of models, they do have a lot of quite rare models that you can't really get many other places. For example, my Herper 1-400 Antonov 225. I know, like everywhere else, eBay, everywhere, that sells for quite expensive, but on the Aircraft Model Store, at least when I bought it, they had quite a few in stock. It's a reasonable price, and that's one case in like 100 models. They have loads of models that are quite rare in other places. As well as that, they also have a really, really good point system. So every time you buy a model, you get points added to your account, and those points can then be transferred into money which you can then spend on extra models. It's basically, and I don't know the maths on this, so I'm not exactly sure how many models you'd have to get to do this, but basically after buying a few models, you will eventually have enough points to get another model for free, and that's been really, really helpful, especially for me, who I buy quite a lot of models. I know especially when, I was a bit younger and money was a little bit harder to get, it was always a really big reward to get to that point where you've bought enough models that you can get another one for free. So yeah, it's just a really good store, really friendly, and I would highly recommend them.
So, those are the reasons you should order from the Aircraft Model Store. And that being said, we're going to move on to the next retailer. We have these in alphabetical order, and we have also the retailers linked in the description, so you can go check them out. The whole purpose of this video is to tell you guys what retailers you should check out or avoid, and that way, if anyone asks me, or if people ask, you can just link them to this video. Next up, we recommend DG Pilot. And this store is one based in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they have a really cool store. This is the website right here, and they have some awesome stuff. They don't just sell model aircraft, they sell all sorts of essential aviation stuff. And I have actually personally never ordered from them, but I know a lot of people have had a great experience from them. And with that being said, I want Aviation 24 to go over their personal buying experience with the store.
For our personal experience with DG Pilots, I gotta say they're very good on helping you save money on buying model aircraft, as they do give out coupons every single time there's a Gemini Jets and NG models or any other model manufacturers new releases. So they're really good on helping you save money, and they also have very good customer service. So you know, if anything goes wrong with your model, you can always contact them through Instagram or via email or which way you prefer, and they'll be glad to help you. So I gotta say they do very good on that.
Are there any unique things that they do to set themselves apart when they sit models?
Inspections. Yeah, they do inspections, which is like what quite a few model companies do nowadays. I only know like a few that really do it, but they're one of the first that I've seen inspect model aircraft, which is a really nice thing that they do because, you know, especially like when Gemini Jets had that whole situation of aircraft coming broken. So, you know, it just prevents you from having broken aircraft, so you can always be a happy customer.
Yeah, that's always good. That's always good that they want to take care of their customers. Alright, with that being said, we now move on to the Diecast Airplane store. Now, I've seen a lot of people have like discounts for the store on their YouTube channel. They'll be like, if you enter this discount code, you get like an extra 10% off your order. If I'm correct, this store is located in Charlotte, North Carolina. So they actually have a lot of really cool things that they offer. And I believe they also have a physical brick and mortar store you can check out. I've never ordered from this store before, but I've heard good things about them. So I do, at least for now, recommend them.
We have a plane on order that is going to come anytime soon now. But I can give you a partial half review. Which they are very responsive when it comes to like you have questions about like say if a model was supposed to arrive this date and it doesn't, you know, they're always there to help you whenever you need to. So yeah.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. The fourth store that we recommend is Eztoys.com. This is a San Diego, California based store, and they have a massive selection of aircraft, as you can see right here just from scrolling on the homepage. They have a nice selection of model aircraft. They do both military and civilian, and they have a huge selection, not just aircraft, they also sell military vehicles as well, not just aircraft, but ships, tanks, other things. They sell cars, a lot of cool model stuff in general. And this new thing, this Fantasy Wings 400 1-200 display case for like, well, it's not a case, like a stand with the end of a runway. Looks really cool. So yeah, I really recommend Eztoys.com. I used to buy from them all the time. The only reason I haven't recently is because they do require you to spend $149 or more to get free shipping. And I usually don't spend that much in one order. I usually just like buy a couple planes at a time. But once again, if you're doing a big order, definitely recommend them. They have good service as well. So yeah, I recommend the store. Go check them out. Next up, for you Asian collectors, we have you guys covered as well. And for you, we recommend My House Hobbies. They are an awesome hobby store. And what they do is they sell not just model aircraft, you can see here, but they sell all kinds of other model things as well. They're mostly model aircraft, but they sell military things too, and a few other things. But they are one of Asia's largest model aircraft stores. There generally aren't a lot of stores that have like a big online or social media presence in Asia. A lot of those stores are more like brick and mortar stores. But this store, they also have a really nice online social media presence. They do respond to you on Instagram and such. And so for our Asian viewers, go check this store out. And I've heard good things about the service, and we recommend them. Next up, we have the RM Model Store. This is a new store started by RM Aviation and Travel. He has a YouTube channel, and he has a lot of great stuff on his store. I really do recommend going and checking him out. I was one of the early people to order from him, and I haven't really had any issues. Anything that happened, like a broken model, he was able to take care of that. And he sent replacement parts for Delta 850. I still need to put that wheel on, but he has sent the parts needed, and he does a good job of what he does, so I do recommend checking him out. And he also does sell some exclusive Panda models releases, which are really cool. So, with that being said, what are your guys' experience with the store? Because I know you've bought from them.
Oh, we ordered them from also again very recently. We ordered from them, we ordered quite a lot of planes from them over the past few months. I think a majority of our collection right now has actually come from them. Yeah, but he does very well. But when it comes to getting the plane shipped, because we get them a lot quicker because we're like nearby him. We're in New York, he's in New Jersey, so that's like very close state. So shipping is very fast for us on our end. But Yeah, he's a very nice model retailer when it comes to getting help with anything or what you're looking for and any issues with model aircraft. One time we ordered a JetBlue A321 from NG. I told him about the situation and he sent us the spare parts for it. So yeah, he does very good with that kind of stuff. So definitely would 100% recommend him.
Yeah, I also recommend him as well. He does a good job, and I look forward to seeing the future of his store. Next retailer that I recommend is Panda Fox Toys. This is a retailer that I bought from several times, mostly because they have some of the best prices on Gemini Jets models. If you want a good deal on Gemini Jets, go check them out. They also have an extra 5% discount code that I know that works as well, so you can get another little 5% sprinkle discount on top of that. They have a very nice selection of models. Some of the other companies they sell, like JC Wings and such, are a bit overpriced, so that's something you should be aware of. But shop around, always pays to shop around. As I say, check multiple stores before you buy a model, see which one you can get the best deal from. Panda Fox Toys is great, plus they have free shipping on any order in the United States. So if you're ordering and you haven't shipped to US, you get free shipping on all of them, which is great. And another thing I should mention is whenever you order a model, always check where the store is located, because depending on where you live in the country, the shipping will be faster or slower. So for example, if I order a model from California, it will take longer for it to get to me than if I order a model from Minneapolis from DG, because they're closer to me. So that's really important, something you need to consider.
We don't order from them as much, but we used to order from them a lot. It was like a year or two ago. Yeah, but the most recent plane that we got from them was an Antonov 124, which is it's a good plane, but the mold is questionable in some aspects of it. But lacking. Yeah, but they do very good. Prices, like at one point for them, they're kind of a bit expensive, if you will. But yeah, they kind of brought down their prices to be more competitive with other people, so which is good for the consumer, which is us as a community. So it's always good to have cheap models, whenever you need them or want them. But yeah, they're pretty good at doing that. So that's what I gotta say for them.
Yeah, and the thing is, the best prices are Gemini Jets, obviously, because they seem to specialize in that. But some of the other companies, they can be a little bit more expensive, so do keep an eye out for that. But if you want to buy Gemini Jets from them, I totally endorse that. And the final store we are going to recommend here is Prairie Diecast. This is a really cool store, owned by a Canadian, and he has fantastic customer service. Even has a couple of exclusive releases that he's been selling. There is the Air India 333 by JC Wings and the Panda models WestJet 736 out, both of them. So go check the unboxing out where I unbox those. That should be coming out about the time this video goes up. So yeah, about the same week this video goes up, that unboxing should be coming out. So go check out. The guy who owns the store does a great job. He's got really cool things and some unique offerings that he has as well. So go check him out. Great store, and I highly recommend them. And just as there are stores that you should buy from, there are also some stores you should run away from as fast as humanly possible. And we are going to talk about a couple of those stores right now. Some of these stores there will be exceptions for, and we'll talk about them. But we're going to get started here with the Airplane Shop. Now, why do I not recommend the Airplane Shop? Because they're obviously the official company that sells Gemini Jets. In fact, the company that owns the Airplane Shop also owns Gemini Jets. It's a holding company that owns both, as the same owner as well. So, why do I recommend not buying from them? And it has to do with their Gemini Jets prices. They sell Gemini Jets at full MSRP. So those really high prices on the Gemini Jets website? Yeah, that's what you're going to pay when you go to the Airplane Shop. So they're really expensive, they're really overpriced. Some of the other models they also sell MSRP for the manufacturer. So just in general, if you can avoid buying from the Airplane Shop just because of the huge markup in prices, then don't. You'll save a lot of money by doing that. In the same vein, we move on over here to Amazon.com. Another store where you'll get ripped off in prices.
The Jeff Bezos website.
Yes. Amazon is another store where you'll just get ripped right off, and a lot of the stores that sell through Amazon can be scams, so something you gotta watch out for. However, Amazon is very good with giving your money back if you have an issue, so there is that. Although, as I mentioned, generally with Amazon, their prices are a bit too much. You can get much better deals from buying from one of the retailers we recommended in the previous section. One caveat I will give. Amazon has Louisiana 1 right now for $50 with free shipping, which is cheaper than what the Airplane Shop sells it for. It's an Airplane Shop exclusive. However, if you buy through Amazon, you get free shipping, whereas the Airplane Shop will charge you $10 for shipping. So one caveat, occasionally Amazon will have some good deals on models, but once again, you gotta shop around, check other stores, what they're selling a current model for, and see if it's a good deal.
Well, yeah, we rarely order from them now, but like when we first started collecting back in like 2011, it was like our go-to. You know, it was like the only place that we known to like buy model airplanes. So, I mean, like, yeah. So, like, I mean, the most recent plane that we ever bought from them was the Air Canada Boeing 737 MAX 8. That was really like the only plane that we ever got, because it was like my birthday and I had like an Amazon gift card, so I was like, you know, why not make the most of it and buy Air Canada, because A, it looked nice, and B, it was the only one there on anywhere. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good reason. I mean, to be honest, I bought from Amazon early on as well, because I think a lot of people buy from Amazon because they don't know where else to buy from. And hopefully this video will help you out with that, to find better places to buy from. And my other issue with Amazon is the shipping is really sus. In fact, one of the most popular videos on my old channel called Citrus Aviation was something like broken model Air China 747-800, and it was shipped with Amazon, and they just put in one of those like envelope things that has like it's like bubble wrapped envelope, and it came completely damaged. One of the wings was like not just off, it was like torn off in such a way that it could not be repaired. So I had to return it. And then I bought a replacement from, I think it was Eztoys at the time. Oh, was I not buying from Eztoys then? I don't know. There's that.
Yeah. I don't think Amazon really has much experience when it comes to shipping these fragile diecast aircraft.
Yeah, that's true. They just generally don't have a lot of experience with shipping really rare and expensive items in general. So if you're buying something that's expensive and fragile, just don't buy from Amazon in general. Buy from like an official retailer of whatever item that is. Let's say you're buying some musical gear. Let's say you're buying like something for your guitar. Don't buy from Amazon if you don't have to, because go to like a professional music store or order from like Sweetwater for that. Next up, we have a store that I recommend you stay away from at all costs. DiecastJets.com. Now this store was formerly known as Jet Photos Store. It's owned by the same owner that has the website Jet Photos. It's the really nice website where you can put your quality photos on. Now they do look for very specific ones, so it's very difficult to get your photo on their website, but you can. With that being said, this store is a scam. That's all I can say about it. They will scam you. Red River Aviation has done a couple videos on his experience, and I'll just talk about my experience real quick. Diecast Jets was a good source for buying model airplanes from Gemini Jets. However, I had an issue. I think it was back in 2015 when the American 787 was released. Yeah, it was. In fact, I ordered this model in April 2015 because the model had gone out of stock and then came back in stock. And I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to buy this mod. Always wanted one. So I ordered it with a bunch of other models. I think there was like 4 other models in there. Back when you could actually like buy 5 models for $150, can't anymore, but you could then. And so the models arrived, except the American 787-8 was not in the box. And there was a note saying that it was not available, but they would try to send in a future order. Alright, so I was like, alright, I'll wait for next order. Next order, a couple months later, doesn't show up. And so I tried to get a refund at that point. And they never send a refund for the model. So that's $40 that I've never gone back. And I'm really, really sad about that, because I always wanted that American 787. it's now very expensive, hard to find, and so they're a scam. There have been other people who've had issues where they ship a model that's supposedly in stock but not really in stock, and then they won't refund you. And also, he will also get into arguments with customers as well. So there's that. And so my experience with the store has not been very good, and I recommend you avoid this store like the plague, and the other stores that we're going to recommend you stay away from. With that being said, we have the final retailer we do not recommend. That is one called Waffle Collectibles. You have probably heard of them because they have a lot of really cool older models that they get, and they have what they call restocks. They're actually not restocks, they're really just used models that they advertise as restocks. But anyway, he'll get a lot of interesting and unique models and put them up for sale. However, I should mention that there's been some issues people have had with ordering from him, particularly very rude and bad customer service. So with Waffle Collectibles, people have had issues with their shipping being weird, and also with him being rude with trying to get returns and that sort of thing. And also, some of the models he sells are not in the condition they are advertised. Keep in mind, a lot of these restocks are actually used models. They are not the nice, fresh, newest models that they might look like they are. So that's something you should keep in mind. And be cautious when you're buying from him. He does have some really good deals. I understand why people buy from him. I just do not endorse buying from him. So, with that being said, these are the 4 stores that we recommend you avoid at all costs. But do check out the 8 stores we talked about at the beginning. Those stores are all very good. I've heard good things about them, had good experience, or know other people I trust that have had good experience with them. And so with that being said, I want to thank Aviation 18 and Aviation 24 for joining me on today's video. And with that being said, before we close out the video, do you have some things you want to say?
Yes, be careful on when you travel on some of these retailers. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Just be careful. You know, go with what you can afford, and also just try to save your money when you're shopping out for models, because models can be pricey. Yeah, and always try to find like the best coupon for your liking. So yeah,
absolutely.
As always, guys, you guys can achieve anything if you guys put your mind to it. That's it from us. So thank you, Citrus Aviation, for having us here, and God bless you guys.
Yes, absolutely. I want to thank these guys for coming on. It was super awesome to have them on. And one thing I want to touch on real quick before ending the video: eBay. They are a good source to buy models from, but you have to be careful. And so I'll do a separate video on that, on how to not get scammed on eBay when buying model airplanes. However, if you want to buy new models, stick to the retailers I recommend in this video, and you should be good to go. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless you.